What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, I'm going to be giving you guys tips and tricks on how to work the auction house to make lots of coins in college football Ultimate Team 25. Now, the first thing I will say is when it comes to selling players, don't undersell. Never undersell. For example, I've got duplicate Joey Bosa's right now. Every once in a while, I'll put them up. But when I put them up, I put them up overpriced. Just in case somebody wants to buy them. So like right now, I'll put them up for, I don't know, $179. You'll be surprised if you put cards up overpriced how often they sell. They don't sell a lot, but they sell maybe more times than you would think, and it is worth your time. So I'm going to be talking about my auction house tips and tricks in this video, and as we dive into it, guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure you guys do smash that subscribe button. So I want to start off by saying this. If I were to sell my entire team right now, I'd have over almost 3 million coins, and a majority of that hasn't been made by the auction house specifically. But as far as have I made more coins through the auction house or like solo challenges or solo seasons, I've made the majority of my extra coins through sniping, 110%. I'm going to be going over my basic tips and tricks and yeah, the snipe filters that I personally use the most. So the first one I do, and again, you can do this for whatever you personally want. If you don't have a lot of coins, you can do it for 80, 81 overalls. If you do have a lot of coins, you could probably go 82, 83, 84, 85, whatever you want to do. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go position by position for that specific overall. Now, the reason you go position by position is because if you search by just 80, 81 overall, the newest cards are not going to pop up. So like Bryce Kurtz, for example, is an absolute snipe here for 6,000 coins. Now, I missed it because I was showcasing that you can go by newest or by now, but this is a snipe too. This Walker for 7,000 coins. Boom. Sniped him for 7,700. I'm not going to waste any time. I don't know exactly what he goes for, but I know he at least is going to sell for 9,900. And you guys can see some of him have sold for 11,000. So, I mean, I'll put him up for 11,900 and see if he sells. But boom, just like that, if he does sell for 11,900, I've made 4,000 coins. Just like that. And I've been recording for 2 minutes. But yeah, that's basic. The basic snipe filter here. You're on 80, 81 overalls. You search by buy now or newest. I like newest just a little bit more than buy now, just so I can see, especially when you get to higher overalls, newest is going to be better than buy now. But that way you can just see, is there any newest cards that are selling for a decent price that you personally do like? So you're going to go position by position with this newest, with this buy now, see if there's any snipes that do pop up for the price you're wanting, and then boom, you just post them right away. For example, here, this isn't a snipe, but if this card would be like 29,000, I would snipe and put him up for 34, and he would sell basically instantly. So if you don't have a lot of coins, this is the filter I would be on right away, is just this 80, 81 overalls. You search by buy now or newest. Again, I personally like newest maybe a little bit more than just snipe anything you see for the price that you specifically want. So that's the first kind of filter I have, 80, 81s. If you really are balling on a budget, probably the best filter I have for you guys right now is to just go position by position. Quarterback, running back, wide receiver, probably where you're gonna have your most success, especially if you know what you're doing. That is going to bring you probably the most success. And again, it's kind of a trial and error process. You've got to learn the price of these cards before you can really start making money. So if you know the price of each and every card, especially when you get to the higher overalls, it is going to be worthwhile in the long run. Like this card right here, Blankumsey. I'm not exactly sure his price. I don't think he's bad for 13.2, but there's one up for 14.9. So that's not a snipe at all. But knowing these prices is going to help you out in the long run. So make sure if you are going to snipe cards that you take your time with it. Don't force snipes. But again, learn the auction house and you will be a-okay. Second filter is probably the filter that I've had the most success with, is this 82, 83 filter. Now, it's basically the same thing. You're going to go position by position, quarterback, running back, all the way down. But this is the filter I've had the most success with. It's kind of that in-between stage, and I'll highlight the positions that I've personally had the most success with as well. But it is that kind of in-between stage, right? You're not sniping, the cheapest cards. You're not sniping the most expensive cards. You're right there in the middle, right? And I search by newest because I know what a lot of these cards are going to end up selling for. And again, if there's any guys that catch your eye, keep a track on what cards go for and what cards are specifically sniped. Because if there is a good 83 overall card, you gotta know what he does sell for right away. So again, this is my favorite personally filter for me. It's what I've had the most success with, is searching by this 82, 83. Again, I go position by position. When I get there, I will highlight the one that I personally, the positions that I personally like the most. Right tackle is a position I like just because this Jeremy James guy, if somebody puts him up for 42,000, he's a big time snipe right now. And a right tackle that I really do enjoy using. But again, going position by position, the positions I personally like the most here, middle linebacker, there's a lot here to break down. There's 83 overalls, Urlacher or Ray Lewis. Sometimes you can snipe. Also have Nick Martin as well as Martavius French, which I'm a big fan of both those guys. And I think both those guys are going to at least hold their value. Cornerback position, I love sniping these. There's nothing here in the newest set, but go newest, go buy now, go back and forth. You'll find some for DJ McKinney. TJ Crandall is outstanding. You'll be able to buy him sometimes for 60K, sell him for 80, and boom, just like that, you've got a 15,000 profit. The other position that I probably have sniped the most cards is strong safety. Between, I don't even know how to pronounce his name. I don't even know, Cameron here, and then obviously I've sniped a few Bo Freilers as well as Donovan McMillan. Those three guys have made me a lot of coins. Like they really truly have. And even this Dylan Carnell, if you can get him for cheap, does pretty well for me. But this is probably, again, my best filter. Even for example here, Garrett Green for 50K. Is that a snipe that you want to take the risk on? No. There's some up for 56. It's probably not worth it. But again, even if you do, let's say, buy it, it's not like you're going to lose a bunch of coins on it. But go position by position. You'll be surprised at what cards pop up for a price you specifically want. Now, if you are a big baller, so those are kind of more the budget options. Now, if you are a big baller and you like to get a little crazy, you like to have some more fun, that's where we're going to get into right now. But again, my favorite filter right now is this 82, 83 overall filter. I go, again, cornerback, strong safety positions primarily. I'll rotate in the quarterback, wide receiver positions, pretty often as well. Last one I want to talk about today is the 84, 85 filter. Now, same concept, but again, different positions, because right now the cornerback position for this isn't great. This, you're going to want to search by quarterbacks, wide receivers, left ends, middle linebackers. Those are the positions that I've personally had the most success with. And again, this is kind of a boom or bust filter, okay? It's not going to be a filter that you're going to see a lot of different snipes. But for example, at the wide receiver position, if you see a Mike Evans for 300,000, boom. I know in the back of my mind that's an instant snipe. I can sell him right now for 369 and make 30K. This is a boom or bust filter though. This is not a filter if you don't know what you're doing that you're gonna want to be on, because it's really high risk, high reward. And again, you got to know what is a snipe, what's not a snipe, what each and every card is going for. So again, just keep that in the back of your minds. If you are, trying to snipe, trying to make coins, start small and then get bigger as you do go through things. For example, if Joey Bosa pops up for 105, I know it's an instant snipe because I know what his price is. Same thing, D-tackle is okay because there are a decent amount of in case you missed it, or there's an in case you missed it player. There's also Booger McFarland. But again, middle linebacker, one of my favorite positions to snipe as well. Now, in all of these things, all of these filters, you've got to know what is what. Now, if you want to go to the 86, 87 filter, you can do that. But again, you want to make sure you find the newest card. So when content drops, you got to be sure you're sorting by offense and defense specifically, maybe even position specific when new cards drop. So again, keep all of this in the back of your mind. Find it useful for you guys. Find the filter that ultimately does work for you. Right now, looks like all 86 and 87s you can fit in one refresh. So this is a decent filter by itself right now because again, it all fits in one refresh. And all you got to do is to refresh filter. If you want to stick to this filter, all you got to do is go over here to team, select all again, and you will get the auction house to refresh. So I know a lot of people are sniping playbooks. A lot of people are sniping other stuff. For me, what I do right now is I go position by position with 80 81s, 82 83s, and then 84 85s. And that is something that has led me to a lot of success. Another thing I like to do is when content drops, I like to snipe cards that I know are going to go up in value, go up in price. Now, that's a little bit more complex. You got to know what you're doing. You got to be pretty careful with that specifically. But again, the more you get the hang, the feel of what prices are like in the auction house, the better off you're going to be. This card for 8,300 is an instant snipe. Why? 8,300, right? I want to show you guys something. 8,300 what I got that card for. It's not going to be the biggest snipe, but if you go to the cheapest card in the auction house right now, this is 10.2. So you're instantly up 1,000. I'll put it up for 10.45 and it will sell in no time. So that's an instant 1,500 profit. It doesn't seem like a lot, but just in the case of 10 minutes here, I've got two guys that I'm pretty confident are going to make me enough profit to be worth my time. So just again, kind of keep this all in the back of your mind as you do go about sniping cards. Don't undersell your cards. Like again, don't just sell this for 9,900 because you know you can get it. Put it up for at least 10 for see if it sells. And if it doesn't sell, you can always go back and resell it for less. So that's just kind of my opinion. Some guys that I personally have investments on are TJ Crandall. I think he's one of the best cornerbacks in not only in the game, but just in general. Like I think not only budget, but just in general, I think he's so good. And again, don't undersell. You'll see the recent sales. Some are for 74. I see this one for 88. I'll put mine up for 89.5. If he sells, awesome. If he doesn't, that's okay too. I've got another one that I'm waiting to sell. But those are just some guys that I personally do invest in. Ashton Craig is another guy that I personally did invest in because I thought his price would go up. So again, just keep all of these things in the back of your mind as you are going to build your squad. And don't undersell cards. Like that's at the root of everything. Don't undersell your cards because that is really where you're going to notice your coins grow. So hopefully this video helps. Again, if I'm you guys and I'm really just trying to start, my biggest suggestion is this 80-81 filter. And again, your margins are pretty small. Right? It's not like you're going to snipe huge profits right away. But as time goes on, these little snipes turn into big gains. And that is just kind of my biggest piece of advice for you guys. And if you are on this filter, it might just be best to search by buy now price because a lot of these cards, I mean, there's not very many 81s that go for a lot more. So maybe you just search by buy now prices and see what does pop up. Go position by position and you'll notice your coins go way up over time. Hopefully this video does help you guys out. That's my ultimate goal. I want you guys to have success, enjoy playing College Ultimate Team. And guess what? If you do not like sniping, if you do not like working the auction house, that's okay. Find something that works for you. Find something that you personally like to do. Even this cornerback for, you know what, 13,000. I bet I could turn him into 16,000 and make a little coins. Now, obviously, you don't want to just make a little coins. You want something that you're guaranteed to make at least over 1,000 coins. But hopefully this video does help you out, and hopefully it's something you can enjoy. Like this Pat White, I know it's not going to be that many coins, but I know it's guaranteed profit. Sniping for 88. I'll probably put him up for 10.4, 10.9, and guarantee myself, what, 1,000 of profit? If I sell him for 10.9, I'm guaranteed 1,000 profit. If I sell him for 10.4, it's 500 profit. But guess what? I'll take 500 profit every single day of the week. So that's going to wrap it up for my video. Hopefully you find it informational. Hopefully this video does help you out. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.